So now that we've done Zapier and WayScript, I'm going to move back to Glide and start styling the app. In the interim, I have added a little bit more data, so let me just quickly walk through that. I copied my original Zap and changed it for multiple different channels. So we have a few different comedians. And then I also, first we can see I created profiles here for each of those comedians, and then pulled in 2 videos for each of those. And then in WayScript, I can run this again to pull in the view counts. We'll go ahead and do that. And here on the left, you can see the log of as it's looping through each video and pulling in this data. So there's this animation as it's going, and then the log shows you. It's pretty cool. So it'll take a second to run through all the videos. The last step now, done. Okay, let's go back here. And so you'll see views is populated for all the videos. And then back at the video screen or sheet, I have some formulas that are pulling in the video based on the URL. So it's a VLOOKUP. An array formula is just so it'll fill down as a new row is created. So every time Zapier pulls in a new video, it'll create a row here. And then this array formula will automatically pull in the view counts as they roll in. And then this, and actually, just if you want to look at the formula, it's right up in right here. You can pause the video and look at it if you want. Recent, this is just a 1-0 formula for basically the video in the last 14 days from today. And then views display, I had mentioned this before, but it's basically just within Glide, a number may not show up with commas and things of that nature. So within the application, I wanted to be able to dictate exactly how it'll show up. And so here I'm just converting this to a string to text. And so it'll show up with a comma for the views. Okay, so now that I got that covered, let's jump back to Glide. And this may be a little tedious, so feel free to kind of skip ahead, fast forward, whatever. Because I'll be kind of editing as I go, and I might jump back to, I have another athlete application pulled up here so I can reference it, because a lot of it will be pretty similar. Okay, so layout. So this is going to be the profile page for each of the comedians. So I'm going to go with tiles, and that will pull in each comedian. And then we can just kind of play with the way it looks and the data that we want to show. I'm going to do 2 per row. We'll do a square. No spacing or, can't decide. I think I like that. And then you can either round the corners or not. Can't decide what I like. I'm gonna go with rounded corners. And then I think I'm not gonna show any detail, just their name. In the sport app, I did just their name as well. This is pretty similar. I had padding in this one. I think this is actually better. We'll play with it as we go. So once you click into the comedian, then it's like, okay, what do you want to show? In this case, we want to show a few pieces of data, including the videos. We have an Instagram link. That's pretty much it. And so let's go ahead and do that. So components, we're going to add the Instagram link. So we can do link, Instagram, there it is. And then you can decide what, how it displays that link. Short URL, page title, captions title. Yeah, I prefer that. Cool. So I'm going to have to create a relation to get this to work. So we can go to our data, and basically what we want is on the profile page to be able to, every time someone's name shows up, Crystalia, on this tab, Crystalia, we want to match that to here and pull in all the multiple videos. So basically, on his profile, I can pull all the Crystalia videos and none other. So I will go to add column. Let's call this videos. Relation, relate items to value in. So we're going to use name in this page. Whoop. All right. Videos, relation, name, match the values in. So now we're going to go to the videos page, and we want to match channel, which is their name. It's the same data, and it's going to be match multiple, because we don't want to just pull in the first video. We want to pull in every video that has that person's name. Done. You'll see here that it's working for these 4, and these 2 at the bottom are not working. That is because Joe Rogan, for example, his YouTube channel is called Powerful JRE. Bobby Lee is called Tiger Belly. And so it doesn't match their name. That can be solved fairly easily with either a formula, or in my Zapier Zap, I can change channel to like hard-coded Joe Rogan. There's a few different ways, some more elegant than others. I'll fix that later. Just so you know, that's why that's not showing there. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to go back to layout and click into a profile. And then we will add our inline list. And I believe it will work this time. Great. So now we have the videos. And here we will kind of edit our styling for the videos. Let's see what I want to do. Again, I'm just going to reference what I did before. That makes sense. Okay, so tiles. And then, again, this is all kind of subjective preference on how you want that to look and the data that you want to show up. The data you want to show up. Definitely want something a little bit bigger. That works. 1 per row. I like this. Edge to edge or with padding. I don't know. I think that's good enough for now. Rounded. And we'll do the text below. If you do, you can put like the title of the video over the top, which is kind of nice, but with the dim, it dims the image for the video, the thumbnail. I actually prefer that it's kind of bright and pops, and so I'll put it at the bottom. And then just to change the data that shows up here, I'm going to put something like duration or view count. That makes sense. And one thing you can do that's actually pretty cool is I can go to data. I can add another column. This time it'll be in the videos because that's what we're linking to. I can add a column, and let's call this duration and views. This will be a template column, and then we will do, this allows you to essentially combine data from other columns. So in this case, we're going to do duration, views, And in all caps, I'm marking these. I can replace this text with data. And so in this case, every time wherever this is going to pull in the duration from the column. And same thing for views. So I'll add new views, and that will be pulling the view number. And let's say I can do this views. That's a little confusing, but you can actually already see it showing up here on the right. So basically, I am replacing all caps views with the number, and then I want it to display as views. And we can see this now, so it's a little bit less confusing. Click in, right where we were. So before I just had the duration, but I want duration and views. So I can, in my inline list, I can go to duration and views. And now you see both the duration and the views. And actually, this is a good time to show. So it pulls in just the number itself. Even if I go to my Google Sheet, and as you can see here, it has the comma. It is formatted, but it doesn't show in the app itself. So what I'll do is I'll go back to data. I'm going to edit this template column that I created, and I'm going to replace the views with views display, which is a text string, and that will give me my commas and allow me to control exactly how it shows up in the app. And so we can go back to layout. Again, click in, and here you can see it show up a little bit better. And so now that we have that, I'm happy with that. We can click in, and now let's control what the video itself looks like, that page. So first is layout. Basically, it's pulling in a lot of stuff. We don't want all of that. I'm going to get rid of all this and start from scratch, more or less. Add a component, video. That's our play link. Then let's add the title of the video. We will add the layout title. Makes sense. Title will be that. Details, I'm going to get rid of that for now. No image, because we already have the video up top. We don't want an image there. So that looks good. Features. It's a little big. Let me take a look at basic text just to see what that looks like and see if I prefer that. Don't want a label. And let's do title. Hard to say. I would say the benefit of title is I can also add detail below it, like the duration, or like we did before, both duration and views, which I like. So in that case, I'm going to go with that. And then let's add a little comments. People want to comment on a video. This is a good opportunity to show a relation. So in this case, let's see if I remember. I'm going to go back to data. And I want to be able to relate a single video back to a person's profile. So sort of similar to this column, I'm going to go to videos, go to the end, I'm going to add a column. This is going to be, let's call it profile. It's going to be a relation type. And I want to relate the value in channel that matches profile's name. Similar to what we were doing before, we are matching the name of the channel, so Crystalia in this case, which matches the name in the profile page. And in this case, I don't want to match multiple because it's just one profile per person. So that's it. Press done. We can go back to layout, click through, click into a video, and then we can add a relation. And there it is. So Crystalia profile. So it's linking to the profile column that I just created. The name makes sense, the title of their profile. We don't want Instagram there. I think we just want the name and the image, which looks pretty good. Go back, and then we can kind of alter the setup of this. So we'll drag that up so you can see his profile right below it. Yeah, and then if we click through, this will take me back to his page to see his videos. So it's kind of like a circular, right? You can get back to their page, makes sense. And as you will see later, if I were to view this video, call it from the videos page, I'm going to change that to trending, then where I didn't come through his profile, then I can get to his profile easily. If I go to Crystalia, I do want to change this really quick. So the title, let's get rid of that. Great. Okay. And just to show Instagram, we'll just take it to his Instagram page. And that's that. Okay, so moving on to another tab, we're going to go to videos. Like I said, I'd like to change this to trending. So videos, I'm going tabs, went to tabs, selected on a specific tab. I'm going to change this to trending. And then we'll organize how we want this to look. So layout, let's make this a list as well of videos. This time we will use tiles again. I will have more than one per row. Two, let's go with 2, 3 vertical. 3, 4. 3, 4 vertical, edge to edge, rounded corners or not. I kind of like the rounded. Position below, the title below. And then for trending, I think if you're a user and you're looking to watch a video, you kind of want to know what you're in for in terms of how long it is. So I'm going to put duration underneath. So it's up here in the data section. Instead of description, we are going to do, actually I'll just do duration and views. That'll give you, and you can see how you would think on a trending page, it would be ranked by views. It's currently not, but we can certainly fix that. So if you go to features, I can do a sort. Sort by sheet order just means like default, whatever it is in the sheet. We're going to change that by views. And this, make sure you select the views, the number, the integer data type, rather than views display, which I have a text string. Because obviously if it's not a number, it won't know how to sort based on view counts and then descending. And so you can see now organized by views. Cool. And I can also add a filter. So another thing with the trending page, you probably want to show recent videos. So as Zapier continues to pull in videos over the next several months, there could be a video from 2 months ago that has a ton of views and is going to always be at or near the top, and that might be less relevant to a user. Trending page is typically, you know, getting a lot of views and recent. So we have the view part sorted. Let's now add a filter so we're only pulling in a recent video. And this is that recent column I mentioned. So recent equals 1. And just to show what that means exactly, in this case, because I just pulled in all these videos and they're all new in the last 2 weeks they were created, they're all ones. And so 1 is just saying, yes, it was created in the last 14 days. Okay. So we have this trending page. Let's see what a video looks like if I click in. And you'll notice this is the exact same layout that I had if I were to come in through the comedians. So comedians, click on a video. Again, it's the same setup. Oops. And so here I can go back to Chris D'Elia's profile. Great. So now we have comedians and a trending page. So you have your profiles trending. That's kind of the 2 major tabs that I'll demo. A few other things. Let's kind of change some high-level styling of the icon and then just the coloring of the app. So I'm going to change the icon. I'm actually going to upload an image. Let's go with hat. Edge to edge. I'd like some padding with that. I will probably play with that later, so there's a little bit of space around the edges. But for now, that's good enough. See what colors work. Maybe blue, yeah. Okay, I like that. And then you can, with Glide, it makes it super easy to kind of change various looks of the app. And so bold kind of makes this headline a little bit bigger. You can kind of see the difference between the two. You can also kind of go dark mode, which I did with the athlete application drip. In this case, I am going to, I kind of like this. We can do all white. I think I like this. It feels like it fits. Now, I'm not sure I like the rounded corners with that look. I'm going to go back and change that really quickly. Yeah, it looks a little cleaner like that. We're pulling in thumbnail high. Let's see what max resolution looks like. So it's not populated for several videos. I had the same thing come up with the other athlete application. I solved that with a formula. In this case, let's just go with high resolution. That works for now, and then I can always update that later. Should go to settings, general. So the name, my name. Because it's pro, I can on edit and every few minutes in the background. I'm going to do that so every time this Google Sheet is updated by either Zapier or WayScript, the app will automatically refresh, and so it'll be kind of a live functioning application. Okay, so let's publish the app. And here you can change the URL. I assume Jess might already be taken. Just. And here I can enter a custom domain. So I actually do have a domain, justapp.io. And I'll need to set that up in Google Domains. Glide has instructions on how to do that. It's pretty straightforward and easy. And we can go ahead and open app in the browser just to see what it looks like. And then we have to get an email PIN. PIN and sign in. And there is our application. Click into Theo Vaughn's page. And that's it.